Hey, so I wanted to give y'all some encouragement. Um, this one has been a little hard to share, but I believe it's necessary, and hopefully that it would be encouraging. I apologize if my lighting is awful, but I wanted to share with you something that happened today that I believe was encouragement, because I believe that we need that right now. In some ways, our nation is mourning. In other ways, some are not, and others, under the circumstances, and not just current events, but just remembering the past from years and years back, things that happened on this day as well. But I kind of want to just kind of be real with you and tell you how, when I first heard it, Jesus, that's why Jesus came. That's why he came. That's why when those that claim to believe in him, that's why it shouldn't, it should affect us, but it shouldn't shake us to where, with fear. And I think that's what the enemy would love to try to do for a lot of people. But that's not of God. It's not from God. So, I dealt with that today, and I want to share with you. It's not, it's something that I've dealt with in myself once I heard the events of what was happening. There's no doubt in my mind, where Charlie is. There's no doubt in my mind that his family will be well taken care of, that God has a purpose and a plan in this far greater than we suspect or expect, because of what his word tells us and promises to us. The important part is to understand that we are not to walk in fear from this. We are to allow it to allow us to respond with a boldness, on a greater level, because of the impact that we see that it has made. What if all of God's people were that way? What kind of an impact would the world be in? And so today I was driving on the way to get some groceries, and my husband drives coach bus for a living. So some days he's gone for a few days at a time and travels, but he's in ministry, and so he can travel not just in churches, but he's in outdoor events as well, in different places. Sometimes he's in front of recovery groups, sometimes he's in front of just outdoor events like festivals and things like that, helping people share Jesus, and I will not lie, part of me on the way to getting groceries, I had the girls in the back seat with me, and I just felt this fear come over me because of the current events, and it troubled my I could feel my spirit becoming very troubled, and I was like, I don't like this. Like, God has not given us a spirit of fear, and I don't like this. So I began to pray in the spirit, just quietly, just begin to pray, allowing the Spirit to pray through me, and I begin to feel better, begin to feel peace, begin to feel that I just begin to take authority over any attacks of the enemy against me, my family, any attacks of fear. I just begin to rebuke it and cancel any assignments of the enemy that against my family. And we can do that, take our authority in Christ, and understand the attacks that are coming against us. And we're not perfect, and some days, especially when I'm not feeling good, I fail drastically, but God is faithful to just pick us up and help us continue on. And so I just began to pray, and I began to feel better, and I was like, okay, I just kept praying in the spirit and while I'm driving, And I hear my daughter in the back seat just a minute. She's playing with her little toys, and all of a sudden she just starts saying, she said, "Oh, Jesus, there you are." And then she's like, "Jesus, you saved and protected." And and then she went on to something like playing something else. And I was like, just this calm, this peace came over me. That I believe He, not just for me, but He wants you to have that too. He wants us to remember that He saves, He protects, He's in control, He is faithful. And I felt His presence in that car, that what I prayed and asked the Lord, because I feared for my family. I was feeling like, what if Anthony's on the road? What if, it's like worst case scenario and all this stuff. And I was like, I can't allow myself to go there, and begin to pray in spirit. And that's what happened. I just began to, and it came out of nowhere. And she didn't know what I was praying or anything, but the Lord used her. I said, "Jesus, there you are. Jesus, you saved and you protect." And she just went on. And I just, every time I think about it. So that's what I want to leave with you. That's what I want to leave with you today. That encouragement. He is a God. And if you don't know the Lord, and you are struggling, and you are seeing all these things that are happening, that's why He died. That's why He came. That's why He died. That's why He rose again. So that we can be ready, so we can feel this peace, so we can have that assurance. So you just take that time and just say, "Jesus, I need your peace. Show yourself real to me." He will. He did me today. And I've been trusting Him for over 15 years, and He proved Himself to me today through a child. So I want to share that with you, and I hope that it encourages you. And we're just going to stand strong, and we're going to let the Lord just move through us, just work through us, and continue to allow Him to speak through you, and be bold, because He's got you. He's got you. He does. And the plans that He has for you are good and not of evil. And just trust Him. So I hope that's encouragement for you today, and just carry it with you over the days ahead.